What's up, y'all? It's your girl T, and I am back with another video. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So as you can see from the title, in today's video, we are going to talk about the lace shortages that is happening right now, okay? What are we going to do? And yeah, just how are we going to move forward, and how long is this going to be? But before we get started, please make sure you hit the subscribe button along with the notification bell so that you are notified every time I make a new post. And yeah, I got my munchkin here with me today, so let's get right into it. All right, guys, so as most of us already know, there has been a major lace shortage, okay? And this is not just with one manufacturer or company or vendor that you're working with. This is basically with all the vendors. Now, if you're lucky and your vendor hasn't said anything and you're able to get all the lace, including HD lace, then kudos to you. Get what you need to get now, okay? But if you have noticed that your vendor is out of stock for different types of lace, whether it be HD, transparent, or whatever kind of lace, then this video is specifically to you. So it's really getting real out here. So in case you don't know why, one of the main reasons why the shortage is happening is due to the North Korea borders are closed right now due to all the COVID and with the virus spreading and everything. And right now they don't know when it's going to open back up. So that is affecting China receiving their lace. That's affecting us receiving our lace from China. So it's just a ripple effect, and everyone is being affected by this. All right. So we are going to talk about a few things that we can do despite this all happening. But before we do, I kind of just want to just talk a little bit more about it. All right. So the main things that you want to do right now is definitely communicate with your vendors, okay? You want to communicate. For one, you should already have not just one vendor. You need to have multiple vendors. I have over 6 vendors right now, and I communicate with all of them. If they haven't said anything to you about lace shortages, then don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask them, is anything going on with lace? Do they have all the lace in stock? And I think it's important to ask, because if you're just starting up, or if you have a website, or if you're offering the pre-order method and you're offering wigs that have a 5x5 closure, and then someone orders it on your website, and then you contact your vendor to get it, and then it's out of stock, now what are you going to do? So it's something that you need to find out with your vendors about, like, what do you have in stock, or what are you out of stock? Because whatever they're out of stock that you can't get, you need to make sure that on your website it's not showing up available. Or you'll be doing some refunds, especially if you don't have backup vendors to try and get a lace from, okay? So definitely ask them. If you have a relationship with your vendor like I do, I constantly, me and my vendor, we talk back and forth, my main vendor, and, she'll tell me, hey, this is what we have today. Or, hey, you may want to order lots of lace now, because she told me this weeks ago, and I took her word, and whether it happened or not, I took her word, and I did stock up on lace. So I know a lot of the bigger hair companies, they probably went ahead and stocked up on lace if they had a relationship with their vendor, because you just don't know. And when I say stock up on lace, just get whatever you think is more common that you may sell. If it's 4x4s or 5x5 or 6x6, if they have them in stock, get them. Even if you don't know what wig you're going to actually make with it, just go ahead and have it in stock. Bundles, they have plenty of bundles, so you can always get bundles. But right now you need to focus on getting any lace closures or lace frontals that you can. From my understanding or what I know of from the vendors that I've spoken to, HD lace, that's done. So you really can't get any more HD lace. So if you're selling HD lace and you don't have it in stock, make sure you take it off your website. Also, transparent lace, that is becoming more and more scarce as well. So if you are one of those ones like me, I love transparent lace over the light brown, get what you can. If they don't have any, medium brown lace is still fine as well. It don't work so much for light skin, like really bright toned like customers, but if they are just a brown like me, I can do medium brown lace and be fine. This is actually a medium brown lace with a little bit of my makeup on it, so it works fine as well. Now, you want to be careful when you are ordering from your vendors. You want to be careful because nowadays these vendors, they are sending out whatever they have. They may tell you that they have HD lace, but when you get it, it may be just the Swiss lace. So you really want to be careful. Ask them to send you like an actual picture or video of it. Don't be afraid to ask them, because if they got it, they'll send it to you. But some of them are just false advertising, trying to not miss out on the sale and just telling you, hey, this is HD lace, and then you get it and it's not. Or, hey, this is transparent lace, and you get it and it's medium brown lace. And then, at this time, once you already receive it, you already know that it can be a headache trying to send the lace back. It may cost you more trying to send it back. So, and they know that. So some of these vendors are shady, and they'll just send you whatever they have lengthwise. To double check the lengths on those closures that you do order. Check your length, because some of them will tell you you may order 20 inch and you're paying for a 20 inch, but when you stretch it out and you check the length, they giving you a 16 or 18 inch. So you do your homework as a business owner as well. Now, there are a few options that you can do if you are running into issues with having, with them not having any lace and you don't have any backup vendors. We're going to go over the options, but first I just want to say, after you reach out to all of your main vendors and say, for example, if they don't have the lace that you are looking for, and don't get so sprung on HD lace. Transparent lace, which is what I have, it melts well as, it melts just as well. So if they have that, get that, but don't, like some vendors, if you guys are communicating with WhatsApp, some vendors will, be in your inbox and they all know it's a shortage. So they're immediately going to come to you like, hey, we got this lace in stock. Be careful of some of those vendors, especially if they're really, really cheap. Some of the last vendors that do have lace, their lace is probably, or their closures, it probably have a lot of fillers in it, like a lot of those little flyaways and short hairs to fill up the lace. And then, if it's like a 16 inch and it's real like thin, you want to watch out to that too. So don't get too desperate and just start ordering lace from a vendor that you never tried, that you don't know anything about, and then you order 10 closures or frontals and it's all trash lace. Like, you definitely don't want that. So y'all, please be very cautious of ordering lace closures and lace frontals from like raw vendors, because I know some people may feel like, oh, I don't want to order nothing from China no more, they don't have what I need. But raw hair, I'm gonna go the raw hair route. I can get my bundles and they have closures. Y'all, yes, they have closures, yes, they have frontals, but I'm just saying from my experience, their closures and frontals are not, they don't work. But, I have found one that does pretty good, but most of them, their lace is going to be very thick and like hard in feeling, or the knots do not bleach well, and their closures just do not compare to the Chinese wig closures and frontals. So just be wary of that. You don't have to order your closures or frontals from raw vendors, because they're going to tell you they have them, and they really do. But now, like I said, back to the options. So Yes, we know that as wig makers, we are making custom closure wigs and custom frontal wigs. But if push come to shove, we have to consider going back to like leave outs. Like our customers may have to do leave outs, and with that doesn't mean that you have to sew in a wig or traditional wig with leave out, but you may have to advertise and introduce U-part wigs. U-part wigs is a thing. That's what I started off with. U-part wigs, they're very natural, especially if your customers take care of them. I'm sorry, I had a call. I don't even know what I was talking about, but yeah, so U-part, like, it's okay to make a U-part wig, and you can do that the same way on a sewing machine and introduce those to your customers, and you'd be surprised, some of your customers may actually like those. Advertise one which you leave out and show. It looks very natural, and it's still a protective style. I'll do a separate video on the U-part wigs because I won't go too detailed with them, but there are pros and cons to those, but that is definitely an option. Another option is, now this is the option that I'm not a route I'm gonna go, but I know some people don't mind and they will, and that is ventilating. Like if you are interested in ventilating with the lace and making your own closures, then you can get large pieces of lace and you can construct your own closures of frontals. Ventilating takes time. It's with the little needle, and you go in and individually knot strands of hair to make closures or frontals. You can do that. There are people out there that do that. I've seen one girl, she ventilated a whole wig and it looked really, really good. So that's an option if that's what you want to do. Also, with it being a lace shortage right now, at this time, I wouldn't really push too much of the pre-ordering unless you know that you're able to get a certain lace. Like 4x4 is very standard and common. Most vendors still have 4x4 in stock, so you can definitely push those, or push pre-made wigs. I know a lot of vendors still have the pre-made density-based wigs. Push those. You can sell those also. I would recommend promoting your wig services if you offer wig services. Wig services, like, tell your customers, hey, I do offer any of your old wigs. I can revamp them or reconstruct them, or, do different services to bring their old wigs back to life. Because if they have a good quality wig, then to spice it up, rewash it, condition it, and restyle it, that's like having a brand new wig. So you definitely want to push that also. Maybe if they can bring in their own bundles and closures, they can send their own hair to you and you construct the wig, promote that heavy. Yeah, basically just, I just want you guys to be aware, because this is not just, at first when it came out, some people were skeptical saying, no, this is just a selling tactic. People are only, or the vendors are only saying this just to scare us. But you guys got to understand that this is real. Like after 2 or 3 vendors are like really saying this and you're not able to order this, like, do you think that they're not going to get their money and just tell you something's out of stock? No, they're going to sell it to you. So this is real. And the thing about it is, we don't know how long this is going to happen. This can last for the rest of this year. And if you're just starting off in the wig business, you need to have a plan B, okay? You can't just sit around and say, well, I'm going to wait, or they're going to open the border. You don't know when they're going to open the borders, especially with them, there being a possible second wave coming up. Like, this is getting real, and it's going to eventually affect us. So as with businesses, we just need to be prepared. Being prepared meaning stock up and also have other options. This is where, I feel like I'm able to sell other products aside from lace or lace wigs that is helping my business stay afloat. So now, not just any other product. So remember, I'm not selling glasses or outfits or nothing. It's still related to wigs, wig services, or different hair products that my customers can still come to me and purchase. But also, if you're considering like doing a sale or something, before you do the sale, contact your vendor and see if you can get whatever you're about to make a sale on. Make sure you can get that in stock. It would be ideal if you can get it in advance, but I know everybody don't have a lump sum to get it in advance. So if you can't get it in advance, contact your vendor and say, hey, do you have this? Do you have enough? I'm getting ready to run a sale. Do you have enough of this in stock? Because you don't want to have a sale and then you can't get none of that. Then what are you going to do? You don't want those problems, all right? So anyways, this basically sums up this video on the lace shortages that we are experiencing now. You guys, don't worry. Things are going to work out. Let's just stay positive about it. Let's just keep a business mindset. And, I'll talk to you guys when I think of more things that we can do in our wig businesses. But for now, take what I said, do what you need to do, set aside some money and invest. Take a chance, get the lace that you can get, and think about other options. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Make sure you follow me on my social medias at Stylish Styles by Tee, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye, y'all.